This week's card is a birthday card, and I'm using some specialty papers, some glitzy papers, and I'm also using a brand new color of Jewel Dazzles, which you'll see here. They're the copper, and of course the new Cider Artful card kit, as well as the matching ribbons. So there's the front of the card, here's the inside, and alright, let's get started. Today I'm using the Cider satin ribbons, and they all perfectly match the Cider Artful card kit, which I'll get to in a second. But I also am using these beautiful copper Jewel Dazzles, and this is a new finish. It's called Mirror Finish because it's so nice and slick and metallic. So those are nice and awesome and blingy. And we also have the turquoise suede paper, the mocha holographic ripple paper, so 2 specialty papers, and the Cider Artful card kit. There's 100 pieces, some card ideas here. There's the back. Just a quick sneak peek here of the papers. Some cute patchwork. It's got a cozy feel to it. And there's the labels and 3 sheets of fabulous die cuts. And they just pop out from the sheet, and they're nice and heavyweight. You can stamp on these, you can print on them with a laser printer, or you can hand write on them your personalized greeting. But they're not just labels, there's also images and things that you can use to layer your pieces, which is showcased on all of the example cards here. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm starting with my 6.5 inch by 5 inch blank white card, and I've already punched out this pretty die cut border from the Artful card kit, the Cider Artful card kit. So I'm just going to trim off. This is going to go across the top of the card, so I'm just going to trim off right about there. And so that'll go there. But I've also cut some strips of the turquoise suede paper and the mocha holographic ripple paper. And these are 1 1 1/8 inch wide, and then this one is 1.5 inches wide. These are going to stack like this and be glued to the front of my card across the top, just like that, and then this will be glued right there. Okay, so that's what the pretty border looks like. I do like that it has a touch of sparkle and a touch of velvetyness, and then the die cut on top gives you 3 layers of depth on your card. I'm going to take this sheet of paper from the Cider Artful card kit, and since I've already got a border that's similar to this one right here, I'm going to go ahead and just trim that off. And an easy way for me to do that is take my acrylic ruler and an X-Acto knife and just line up the ruler with the border here and make 1 slice along your cutting mat, and voila. So I've separated that border, and this border is going to go along my existing border of my card. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this paper to the card and trim off all the excess edges. Okay, now that that's done, I can set this aside for a second. And I'm going to bring in another die cut. So this is actually a die cut within a die cut. I've popped out the center piece, and I've cut another piece of the turquoise suede paper. This one measures 3 inches by 2 1/4. Now on my card, I'm going to have this end up sort of going off the edge here. So what I'm going to do is glue the die cut to the turquoise paper kind of in the corner here, And once I glue all this down, then I can trim off the excess suede paper. Alright, now that I've trimmed off the outer excess, I can go ahead and slice through here and here where the turquoise paper ends, and then I will glue that piece right here on the bottom right corner of my card. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and add a few more die cuts, and this little piece here is from the labels and greetings sheet right out of there, so that's cut out, and that's going to go ahead and get glued onto this die cut. So I'm going to go ahead and arrange those on my card. These little buttons I'm going to thread with ribbon, and I'm going to glue those on as well. To thread my ribbon, I'm just going to take the end of the green ribbon, thread it through the back to the front of the button, and back out to the back, just trying to get a corner here through the hole, and then kind of pull it through with my fingernails. Once that's done, I'm going to go ahead, trying to get it how I want it to look in the front here, and then I'm going to go ahead and trim off the ends. And to get it to stick to the back, I can just take a zot, these are the small zots, and put one on each edge of the button here, and it'll stick right to it, just like that. And another one on the other side. Now I'm also going to mat this on the ripple paper before I glue it on. Okay, so I've foam taped the happy birthday piece, and I've also foam taped these 3 buttons. Everything else is just glued down. And I have also added some of the copper jewel dazzles. So it looks like I'm missing just one. So what I do is I kind of pick it up, push it onto my tip of my knife, and then place it down. And that will be the front of the card. Okay, so for the inside, which I've already done for you, I have the rest of the die cut border, which came off of the end of this one. So that's glued on top of this border here, which is the same exact thing as on the front, except on the ends I just added a few more jewel dazzles to kind of fill in the empty space. And then over here, this is one of the labels and greetings that I cut out and just glued on, and then added a few more jewel dazzles for a touch of sparkle. And there's still room down here for you to write your own greeting. So that is today's card. It's very kind of autumn, fall, Thanksgiving kind of looking. So I do love the color combination of the turquoise and the orange and the brown and the red. Such a rich combination, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and stay tuned for the bundle, and I will see you again next week. Thanks for watching. First in today's bundle we have the Cider Artful card kit. There's 100 different pieces in this kit, and as always on the package we have the card idea, and on the back an image of each of the 7 papers, pattern papers, the labels, and the die cuts. 3 sheets of die cuts. More ideas here. Alright, let's get into the set. Let me put those aside for now. So here's the first one. It's a really beautiful fall leaf pattern. I'm just going to page through these. They are perforated, so they will separate very easily. There's a very pretty green pattern. Another, it's kind of like a fall mix, so there's some orange and brown, green, blue, and a nice light shade of off-white in the background of this one. Plaid, kind of a patchwork, cozy looking pattern. Reddish, brownish, and some orange and blue tiny print. This is the sheet of the labels, so you can either use the pre-made ones or print onto the blank ones, and there's some extra artwork as well. And onto the die cuts, and these just pop out from the background Pretty easy. You can clip off the nibs, you can slice through them beforehand, or you can clip them off, use your fingernail, etc. to get off the nibs. And the very cute picket fence, I like that. So there's lots of different shapes and sizes of labels and images here. There's borders, swirls, cute little ruler, so it's kind of a rustic feel. Very cute. Those are all the pieces in the Cider Artful card kit, but that's not all that's in the bundle. We also have a sheet of copper jewel dazzles, and look at that. It's called a mirror finish. It's where it's just very slick and metallic. So it's a very beautiful copper color, and these are each lined with a gold border. This is the turquoise sheet of suede paper. One of my favorite kind of specialty papers. It's nice and soft and fuzzy, velvety. And a sheet of the Mocha Ripple holographic paper. And these all are nice fall colors that match perfectly with your Artful card kit. So those are all in the bundle, and not to forget, last but not least, the ribbons. And these are the Cider ribbons, so they go perfectly with the Artful card kit. Thanks for watching this week's episode, and I'll see you again next week.